स्पोर्ट्स से जुड़ी किसी भी छोटी या बड़ी अपडेट के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें स्पोर्ट्स तक और साथ ही किसी भी नोटिफिकेशन को पाने के लिए बेल आइकन को दबाना ना भूलें।
Fitness of Ravi Ashwin and is Pandya fit for selection for this game?
As far as fitness goes, as Ashwin is concerned, we're going to take a look and evaluate over the next 48 hours. Rohit Sharma looks good. You know, he's made a very good improvement. But then again, we got to see how he pulls up tomorrow. You know, he looks good as of today. Pandya is fit.
So it's an advantage that Hardik Pandya is coming the team. So the team would be balanced.
It gives you that option. He's not played much of first-class cricket though. He's just played one game after injury. So you know, we got to be very careful. You know, before we actually, you know, decide on whether he plays or not.
Yep.
Ravi, how much of a concern is it that most of the runs seem to be coming from 3, 4 and 5 and the openers obviously haven't been scoring any runs?
It's a big concern. It's obvious, you know, and that responsibility, that accountability has to be taken by the top order, and I'm sure, you know, they've got the experience, they've got the, you know, the exposure over the last few years to get out there and deliver. It's how strong you're in the mind.
So the venue and the big stage, the Boxing Day Test match, how special is it? You've seen it grow so much.
It's fabulous. You know, the atmosphere on Boxing Day beats anything. You know, it's like first day of a Test match in Eden Gardens with 100,000 people. I've played in 2 Test matches here personally. You know, once with the bat, once with the ball. You know, I know how it feels. It's fantastic.
Looking back, don't you think Jatu should have played in the last Test match of
Very good question, because when you're millions of miles away, it's very easy to fire blanks. Okay? The problem with Jadu was he'd taken an injection 4 days into coming to Australia here because of some stiffness in the shoulder, and it took a while for that injection to settle down. So when you look at Perth, you know, we felt he was about 70-80%, you know, fit, and we didn't want to risk that in Perth. If he was 80% fit here, he will play. That's the answer. See, there you rely on experience. You rely on experience. They're not playing their first Test match. They've been around. You know, he's had enough time in the nets. You know, as would the other bowlers in you know, in that case, and it's for them to come up and deliver.
What do you make of Mayank, and what do you think are his chances of making a debut?
But he's a good young player. He's got loads of runs for India A. You know, he's come through the ranks. He's got, I mean, when you look at his domestic record, it's his performance is, you know, as good as anyone, you know, on the domestic circuit. So that's a call we'll have to take in the next 24 hours.
Staying on Jadeja, how early did you know that Jadeja won't be sort of fit for the test, and was he carrying an injury when he came from there? When did this injection come about?
It came over. He felt some stiffness when he came. He had taken an injection even in India, but he played domestic cricket after that. Still felt stiff in the shoulder when he came here. He was injected again, and it takes time to settle. You know, it took longer than we expected. Hence, we had to, you know, be careful. You know, the last thing we wanted is someone breaking down after 5 or 10 overs, and then we are, you know, stuck for players to pick for Melbourne and Sydney.
And you have 19 members there now. What sort of selection dilemmas are there at 48?
It's fitness. We'll have to evaluate fitness, you know, 24-hour period, and you know, take it one step at a time from there. And also the conditions. You know.
Your recent away series, you've been able to get a win against South Africa and against England, but you haven't been able to go on to it. How do you make sure this doesn't happen a third time? You've got a test, but how do you make sure you're not converted into a series?
Third time lucky. That's all I'll say. You know, but very rarely have we been in a position where we have won one. You know, it's not often that you'll find a team these days when they travel overseas where it's 1-1 in a series with 2 Test matches to go. So the boys know, you know, what they can do, what they're capable of, and the potential that lies ahead.
You haven't lost any morale from that?
Absolutely not. 1-1 in a series in Australia, and we knew we had our chances there as well in Perth. So, you know, they're ready.
Have you been surprised or disappointed with elements of the coverage? The way sort of things, like whether it's the sort of Sharma spat or...
I'm never surprised by no coverage. You know, and bring it on. As simple as that.
Is it the sort of thing that can, you know, bring the team closer together and sort of steal your resolve?
In many ways it can. and let's hope it does.
What have you made of Virat's behaviour on the field?
Fantastic. Well, what's wrong with his behaviour?
No, it's just somebody questions some.
People can question. As far as we are concerned, he is absolute gentleman.
Last one.
There have been comments being made about the team management decision, especially about the team selection. Some of them coming from very eminent former people. How do you react to all this?
See, we have to do what's best for the team. As simple as that. So the question was asked by Lele about Jadeja, which I answered. And I don't think there was any other selection dilemma. If there was, then, not my problem.
What about the comments, some comments being made by...
They're too far away. We're in the southern hemisphere.
Cool. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.